Alrighty, guys, welcome back. Earlier, we were discussing Russell Wilson is interested in playing for the Steelers, but the Steelers may not totally be interested in him. And now, since it's Friday, we're going to dive into our dating horror stories for the day. Tate's very excited.
Yes. I like these stories. I'm a little surprised at the level of or lack of game that some of these people have. And one thing I have learned, if I ever become single, do not order the black bean soup on your
Yes,
date.
we learned that last week.
That is my number one rule
No
in life.
black bean soup. Yes.
Yes. No, I am not touching the black bean soup. And if your date shows up with a carton of milk and a thing of garlic salt, just walk away.
Which, for everybody out there who's watching and watched the show last week, I would like to add, so my parents watch the show. They love the show. And last week, I get a text message from my mom that says, well, you know your dad drinks milk, right? He orders it out in public. And her and I were joking about, that's a red flag. I don't know. Maybe you guys should get a divorce.
Oh,
And
you can't be breaking. Pops is cool.
no, I
He's a
know.
big
It was.
supporter. He's a
We
big
were only.
supporter of the crew here. So yeah.
We were only
Listen.
joking, but my mom proceeded to send me a photo of my dad with our show in the background on their TV, with my dad holding a cup of milk.
Listen,
and he was
Dad.
drinking it.
If they toss you aside, come to Portugal. You can hang with me. You can come. The beaches are awesome.
Oh gosh. Just to put a little background to our stories from last week.
It was so funny to see him holding milk.
Yeah.
We're in the background. I thought it was amazing.
Yeah. All right. So, our first dating horror story of the day. These are from Reddit, just to let you guys know. So, this one is, I went to a house party at New Year's with a cute girl I just met, and right after the ball dropped, we started making out pretty hard. After about 15 minutes, I started to feel fairly sour, so we decided to head back to her place. Turns out I had come down with the full-blown stomach flu, which ended up being intensified by the heavy drinking from the earlier festivities.
Oh
I
no.
had to try to convince this girl I didn't know that this wasn't from the booze and that something bad was happening to me. I was so sick the next day I couldn't leave her place, as venturing farther than 20 feet from the toilet was not going to happen. My fever was so high that I was hallucinating and got lost on my way to the toilet in a straight hallway, then proceeded to faint in her arms when she found me confused, staring at a wall. I went to the bathroom and puked in her house for a full 24 hours before I could muster up the energy and courage to take the 15-minute voyage home to my sanctuary of safety and acceptance. Oh, and she lived at her mother's house. So that's the story of how I first met my mother-in-law. She's a very understanding woman. So they did end up getting married after this. But
He did the whole sick puppy role on her. Mama patting his head with a cold compress. He got the vapors and collapsed into her arms and everything. He's rolling. You know what? This guy is just rolling the game. He doesn't want to come off as needy, but he don't want to leave. I'm sick. I'm so sick. You got to stay and take care of me. You know, that's what I'm saying. What do you see on this one, Faith? What's your thoughts on this one?
I feel bad for him. But it sounds
Oh
like he
yeah.
met himself. Sounds like he met himself a very nice, wonderful woman. So, and good for them. They're married and they're happy.
Okay, Faith. You go
What
on
a-
a date. Oh, a little what? Go ahead.
What a wonderful way to tell people of how you first started dating.
I threw up in her hair.
I threw up all over her house on our first
And
date.
I knew she was the one. After that, after bubble guts, and she still kept me around, I knew I had to put a ring on
Bubble
it.
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh. Now, if that situation was you, and I mean to put you on, and this is a first date, and this guy is stuck at your house for 24 hours, just sick as a dog, blowing up the bathroom. Are you giving him a second date? The fact that you're hesitating. See, the fact that you're hesitating, this could be that end, guys.
Listen, okay, so from my past experiences, this sort of kind of happened to me, but not to this extent. So I was seeing this guy in my earlier years of college, and he was really nice, really sweet. I had just gotten out of a really long-term relationship, so I wasn't looking for anything super serious, but I really liked him and everything like that. And I was like, I would hang out with him a lot, hang out with him in his dorm and everything like that. And then he got really sick. And so he had the flu, and so I took care of him while he had the flu. And then a couple weeks later, I told him that I was developing feelings for him and I really, really liked him. And he said that he was not interested in me in that way.
Soon when you said that, I was like, no, don't tell him that.
He was not interested in me in that way. And so I broke things off with him. So with that experience, no, I would probably not go on a second date with this guy just because of other things that I've had happen in my life. So past experiences.
This one's a tough one. Because I think about it as a guy, I'm a nice guy. I try to be a nice guy. If this happened to me, I would help her. I would help her to the best of my abilities. I'm not great with bodily functions, so I might have just thrown her in a corner and hosed her off with a hose. Said, "Come out when you're healthy."
Jeez, Tate. Hose her off. How romantic.
Nothing says loving like spraying her with a hose, like a pressure washer.
God.
I don't think I would have done the second date. I'm sorry. You only get that one chance to get that, that special feeling that, that'd be a hard one to
come back from.
Someone shows you go on a date and they get sick during the date, as a friend, as someone, if I'm if she's nice enough for me to go out with, I'm nice enough to help her. And so I'm going to help her and do the best I can to get her back well. I'm going to get her a ride home. I'm going to do whatever I can to take care of her, but I don't know about that second date.
That is like a side of vulnerability that you're not expecting to see from someone when you first meet them,
Yeah, you can't be blowing up my bathroom on the first date. You can't be like firing the hole. No.
But also,
I'm sorry.
It wasn't like he ate something bad. He had the stomach flu. That's just something that you catch.
I get it.
So
I get it, and I feel bad. And sometimes, it's just bad luck. This is one of those bad luck things that is saying, nope, this shouldn't happen.
Well, I guess that's what was supposed to happen because they did end up getting married. So
we're gonna see when the divorce court go down. No, I'm just joking on that one. I hope I love the fact that it turned out to be positive. This is kind of cool. One of those that, because it wasn't his fault.
Yeah.
it was just something that wasn't planned. And so I'm happy that they ended up together. I just don't know if I could have been that. I'm just saying, let's shift this around. Let's say that's me. I'm the dude blowing up the bathroom. I'm not going back.
You'd be too embarrassed.
There'd be a ring at the doorbell, and there may be a person with like, here's a stack of here's some money, a thank you card.
So sorry.
But that's it. We need to see other people. I'm not coming back from that. I'm sorry. Not on the first date. You gonna drop a grenade in the bathroom at their house at the first date?
Yeah.
Sorry. All right. Do you have what's the next one there? I don't know how many you have. I wanted to save time. I know we talked a little much, so I didn't know how many you had here.
So there are some comments on here, and they're really cute. One of them said, "This is a rom-com that I would watch 100%."
Oh, this is straight up National Lampoons. This is definitely one of those kind of.
Yeah.
This is Dumb and Dumber goes dating.
Someone else commented, "And that, kids, is how I met your mother."
Wow. You know what? I was definitely in it for her.
Yeah. I mean, when you know, right?
You must know.
Oh, right. Gosh.
Let's see, what other ones you got?
So here's a short one. So here, the little background for the story. I was born without a sense of smell.
Ooh.
One day I finally got up the nerve to ask this girl at work out to lunch. It was a hot day. I walked her out to my car, opened and closed the door for her, and started around to the driver's side when she jumped out of the car and ran inside without saying a word. I couldn't find out what happened. She refused to talk to me. So days later, I asked one of the other girls, and they finally said, "Something in your car smells bad." I looked around and found the half carton of unfinished lunch milk that had spilled on the floor in the back seat a few days prior. Story of my senseless life.
Okay. I am feeling so much better about this story because I thought she blew up his car and then ran out and left. I thought she blew it up and was like, "Peace out, I'm going."
Oh, gosh.
Okay.
That's hilarious.
So, okay. First off, she should have left him. Okay. Here's the thing. If I'm going to pick somebody up on a date and I know I don't have a sense of smell, why haven't you cleaned your car? You go on a date.
Yeah.
If this is your A game. Your first date supposed to be your A game. I don't want to be B, C, D, and F game. So I'm picking her up I'm at least swinging by like the little. I'm a vacuum out the back a little bit. Maybe a little Armor all on the dashboard or something. I'm gonna put me up something to make it smell better. I'm gonna make it look. It's a first date.
Mm-hmm.
How bad does that place have to be? That car have to be for the girl get in the car? She didn't just say "ooh" or "you want." I think I want to drive. No, it was. She ran back in the house and said, "I'm never talking to him again, ever." Matter of fact, she wouldn't even talk to him, return his calls or anything. He had to find out days later from other girls. That means the level of funkitude that was going on in that car was biblical.
Biblical. Oh my God. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do you understand? Okay, Faith. Think about it. How bad it has to be She didn't say, excuse me. She turned and broke camp, ran in the house, locked the door, and wouldn't
Yeah.
return his call.
I mean, yeah, you got to think about that. Like, it was a hot day and there was old milk spilled in the back of your car. That type of smell festers. It just gets worse and worse and worse.
But Faith, yes, it festers. That's oh dude, your car smells. We gotta take my car today. Your car ain't the freshest.
Yeah.
But we're gonna go on the date.
Mm-hmm.
She got up, ran out of the car, ran into the house, shut the door, and wouldn't return his calls ever again.
Mm-hmm.
That's a level of funkalicious that we don't need. Am I wrong? If you're like, I never want to think about this guy again, I never want to see him
Don't even want
anywhere.
to speak to him. Yeah.
Yes. If I see him, I will smell him.
Maybe she was worried that, I don't know, spoiled milk. Maybe she was worried something else was going on with him.
When in doubt, she threw his butt out.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Yeah,
yep.
There's a certain, and he brought it on himself as a courtesy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying it's a guy thing, girl thing, whoever is the person driving on that first date, straighten up your car a little bit.
Yes, absolutely.
You don't need 12-day-old Chipotle in the back, okay? You got to pick up the Chipotle and throw that away. You gotta straighten up a little bit, just a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
But enough that I never want to see you again in life.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty bad. It must have smelled really rank.
Yes, exactly. Not enough. They're like, nope, I'm not getting in the car. We can go in my car or with the date's off.
Nope.
If she'd have said that, then I'd been like, that'd have been understood. Yeah.
She was like, peace out.
He hit him with the Dewey. She was like, no.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
Do you have any comments on this one?
Let's see.
I'm curious. I am curious. If we don't, no problem. But
it's just like people saying like, yeah, I also have a bad sense of smell. I get it. Type of situation. Not anybody. Yeah.
Listen, even if you were blind, if Helen Keller was on her first date, she'd straighten up her place a little bit. I'm just saying, you gotta, no matter what the situation is, especially if you have a situation, and you got a situation that you can't smell.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. You can't smell. So I'm going to clean extra.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
If she'd have been like, the car smelled like he poured a gallon of Lysol in there, I'd be like, the guy can't smell. He was just bringing his game up. Yeah. He tried to use some performance enhancers and he overdid it.
Listen, I have a sense of smell, but I'm terrified all the time that I stink. So I like overcompensate with like deodorant, perfume, air freshener, candles, everything like that. Because I'm afraid people are going to walk into my house and be like, ooh, T stinks. So I'm terrified that's gonna happen to me. So I overcompensate when it comes to smells.
All right, so we're gonna take ready to take a little break.
Yeah, we're gonna take a quick break. One? Yeah,
let's do this. Okay.
When we come back, guys, we're gonna talk some more about some dating horror stories. So stick around.